Most men spend their lives chasing approval, especially from women. They bend, they compromise, they try to be liked. But the more they chase, the less they are respected. Deep down, every man knows this truth, yet he hides from it. He thinks being nice will make her love him. It never does. He texts her first. He waits for her replies. He overanalyzes every word she sends, searching for signs that she still cares. Meanwhile, she senses his weakness, not consciously, but instinctively. She loses interest because a woman cannot feel attraction for a man who seeks her validation more than his own purpose. A man who forgets himself becomes invisible. The moment you trade your self-respect for attention, you've already lost her, and yourself. Real strength isn't loud. It's quiet, grounded, unshakable. It's the calm confidence that doesn't need to be seen because it already knows its worth. Every man has faced this test, when a woman pulls away and he feels panic rise in his chest. That's the moment most men fail. They chase harder, they plead. But a grounded man steps back. He lets the silence speak for him. Because he knows love built on fear isn't love, it's dependency. When a man's world starts revolving around a woman, he loses his gravity. He forgets his mission, his brothers, his discipline. His heart becomes a slave to her moods. He calls it love, but it's addiction. And like any addiction, it destroys the very strength that once made him attractive. A man must never place a woman above his purpose, because purpose is what shapes a man, not love, not approval. When you know who you are and where you're going, people feel it, women feel it. They can sense when a man's heart beats to his own rhythm, not to their approval. You see, women don't want perfection. They want presence. They want a man whose eyes don't beg, but lead. A man who listens without losing himself. That kind of man doesn't chase love, he embodies it. He becomes the gravity others naturally orbit around. A real man doesn't need to prove his worth, he lives it. Through his discipline, through his decisions, through how he carries himself when no one's watching. Every action either builds or breaks the empire inside you, and only you can decide which it will be. Most men fail because they try to be liked. They've read the books, watched the videos, and followed the rules, but no amount of theory can replace authenticity. Women sense when you act to impress them. Attraction comes from indifference, not coldness, but from a man who values himself above approval. The trap for most men is the desire to please. He wants her smile, her attention, her affection, and every action is filtered through that desire. But the moment approval becomes the goal, the man loses his power. Women unconsciously recoil from neediness. They are drawn to strength, not submission. A man's power lies in boundaries. To attract, you must not only know your limits, but embody them. This isn't about control or manipulation. It's about clarity. If she crosses a line, he doesn't plead, he redirects. His comfort and integrity are non-negotiable. She will sense that and either align or fade away. Men often panic after mistakes. A failed date, awkward comment, or hesitation can feel catastrophic. Most would retreat, apologize excessively, or beg. But real growth comes from facing the discomfort, admitting your misstep with calm honesty, not ego, and moving forward. This courage transforms panic into respect. The key lesson: practice without expectation. Approach, speak, engage, not to win her heart, but to expand yours. Each encounter is data. Each failure is feedback. This is the apprenticeship of mastery. Only after thousands of moments, repeated until instinct, does a man move from imitation to true presence. Predictability kills attraction. A man who's the same in every encounter becomes invisible. Women are wired to seek emotional contrast, surprise, intrigue, mystery. The goal isn't manipulation, it's mastery over your own energy. When you fluctuate naturally between humor, intensity, calm, and challenge, you create a magnetic rhythm she can't ignore. Mastering the routine is essential. Men fail because they mimic one-off tricks instead of understanding patterns. After 50, even 100 encounters, you intuitively read cues, posture, microexpression, tone. This knowledge allows you to respond with authenticity, not scripts. You become unpredictable yet consistent in self-possession, a combination few can resist. Most men fear rejection like it's death, but rejection is just feedback. Approaching a woman, failing, learning, that's progress. Pleasure lies not in the outcome, but in the act itself. Shift focus from winning to experiencing. Do it often, and the fear disappears, leaving only competence and quiet confidence. Even after missteps, courage redeems a man. If a conversation falters, show honesty. Admit tension or awkwardness, then act anyway. A genuine kiss, a bold suggestion, or a calm statement of interest conveys presence and strength. Women respond to action that signals autonomy, not neediness or rehearsal. True mastery is living without dependence on her reaction. Stop chasing outcomes, start seeking growth. Every interaction becomes practice, not a gamble. With experience, the man transforms. His choices become effortless, his energy magnetic, and his presence commanding. Women are drawn to him, not because of tricks, but because of who he is. Boundaries are magnetic. Women sense what you will and won't accept without you saying a word. It's not about controlling her, but showing self-respect. A man who embodies his principles naturally transmits them. She feels it intuitively. Cross a line and the connection shifts. Respect follows strength, not pleading. The forbidden becomes fascinating. Just as experiments show, desire grows around what's unattainable. A man who's selective in engagement, who doesn't bend to every moment, creates intrigue. When she senses limits, curiosity intensifies. This isn't manipulation, it's awareness. Your autonomy makes her wonder, pursue, and value your attention in a way constant availability never could. When interactions stall, honesty redeems. If a conversation feels awkward or stiff, acknowledge it with calm transparency. "I've been nervous, but I want to connect with you." A simple statement delivered with confidence often resets the dynamic. Courage and authenticity outweighs polished scripts. Men often fall into the trap of outcome obsession. They obsess over whether she likes them, whether she'll come back. This is a rookie's error. The goal is growth, mastery, and enjoyment of the process. Approach after approach, interaction after interaction transforms fear into instinct, awkwardness into flow, and dependence into autonomy. To truly stand out, you must transcend imitation. Stop acting like the alpha from a book. Stop trying to earn approval. Women feel authenticity, not rehearsed behavior. Develop qualities, live experiences, understand patterns, and respond naturally. Only then does a man radiate a magnetic presence that commands attention without trying. Even from a weak position, a man can dominate subtly. She may arrive confident, dressed to impress, while you feel insecure. But mastery isn't physical, it's composure, wit, and calm authority. A light tease, measured comment, or playful challenge shifts dynamics. Confidence isn't loud, it's quiet, controlled, and irresistibly magnetic. Creating unexpected moments is key. When you understand the routine, small surprises carry weight. A spontaneous suggestion, gentle joke, or unexpected invitation disrupts predictability, sparking curiosity. This is the art of presence. Consistent mastery punctuated by contrast. She notices because it's rare. Most men never achieve this fluidity. Stressful interactions are training grounds. Engage where fear or doubt arises. Every awkward conversation, every hesitation is an opportunity. Embrace it. Seek enjoyment in the challenge itself. Pleasure in action breeds confidence. The man who learns to thrive in these moments becomes unshakable.
No longer ruled by outcomes or approval. Be authentic under pressure. If you falter, acknowledge it calmly. Admit nervousness, show courage, and proceed. This transparency signals strength, not weakness. Women sense pretense. They value realness. Every failure becomes data, not shame. Over time, these experiences polish intuition, making the man self-reliant, magnetic, and compelling without effort. The ultimate lesson: stop chasing. Stop trying to impress or control outcomes. Focus on self-mastery, growth, and enjoyment of the process. Autonomy, authenticity, and subtle dominance naturally attract. Women respond not to tricks, but to the energy of a man who embodies his principles, lives fully, and moves through the world without dependence or fear. Final takeaway: the path isn't shortcuts or scripts. It's mastery of self, emotional range, courage under pressure, and unwavering authenticity. Every interaction, challenge, and misstep is fuel for growth. The man who internalizes this becomes magnetic, not by chance, but by disciplined presence, clarity of boundaries, and mastery over his own energy.